Hello, I am British Army News senior producer Royal Flash. Today we'll be interviewing the chief of the Royal Regiment today. Before we start, can you introduce yourself to us?
Hello, I'm 𝔸𝕚𝕚 commandant of the Royal Tank Regiment, and today I'm happily taking this interview with Royal Flash.
Very nice. So, can you tell me when you
Well,
first joined the British Army and what it was like for you?
I firstly joined the British Army in 2019, and I joined the Parachute Regiment when it was in its beginning stages. I worked under the chief, which was Cornelius Riot at that time. When he became general, I left the paras, tried to go for the intelligence course, but when I tried to try out for them, as trials were open at that time, they got nuked. After a few years in 2021, I joined BA back and uh, had an adventure in ETS where I stayed for 1 year almost as a head directing staff. I also was in the Royal Military Police and in RTR. After 1 year of being in ETS, I decided to try something new. Firstly, I applied for RTR, but uh, in the time that it took for the application to get processed, I got invited in RTR by now a brigadier in the Royal Adjunct in the. Oh, you can really do this.
Sounds like quite a journey you have there. Can you tell me how long you've been serving within the Royal Tank Regiment?
I have been
Like, if you,
serving in the Royal. I have been serving in the Royal Tank Regiment for about almost 10 months at this time.
dang,
I jo-
that's, sorry, continue.
no, it's okay. I finished.
Okay. Can you tell me what things the Royal Tank Regiment provides at Aldershot and during operations you partake in?
Well, mostly we have a brigade that does transport, which, as its name inquires, is the 11th Transport Brigade. It usually transports infantry members to objective, but we also have a combat brigade, which we actually have two, but one focuses on shock combat, which is the 23rd Heavily Armored Brigade, and we have one that focuses on more normal stuff. That's the 21st Armored Brigade. In RTR, we usually in operation use either transport vehicles or tanks, but mostly we also use other armored vehicles like IFVs and APCs.
Very interesting. How many different types of vehicles slash tanks are there within RTR that can be used?
Well, we have our regiment is, as I said, it has 3 brigades, and each brigade is diverse. So there would be a lot of vehicles that could be used. We could operate almost any vehicle, as we have the transportation brigade and we have combat brigades. And uh, we have a brigade that's actually trained for anti-tank combat. That's a special squad in the 21st Armor Brigade.
That's very interesting. And then I'm guessing the vehicles that you have are like APCs, Humvees, things like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Can you tell me what each of the brigades are like within the Royal Tank Regiment?
Excuse me, could you repeat?
What each of the brigades are like.
Well, as I said, the 11th Transport Brigade is the brigade that transports troops into the battle. Now, surprisingly, even though there are brigades that operate tanks, the 11th Transport Brigade is the most popular brigade and the easiest brigade to get in, but the opportunities in the 11th Transport Brigade are diverse. So that's why I think most of the people would go to the 11th Transport Brigade, and that's the truth. The
Hmm.
majority of the people in RTR are in the 11th Transport Brigade, but we also have a lot of people in the 21st and 23rd Heavy Armor Brigade. Now the 21st Armor Brigade, as I said, has a squad that focuses on anti-tank battles, but the main brigade operates APCs and IFVs but also operates small tanks. But mostly tanks are operated by the 23rd Heavily Armored Brigade. That's what the heavily stands in its name.
Very interesting. Does the Royal Tank Regiment have tanks/vehicles currently in Aldershot right now? If so, what vehicles do you all have?
Well, currently we don't have vehicles, but we have been promised them by the main developer of this game, Cookie. Uh,
Okay.
Also, today, the company that produces the vehicles have announced that they have fixed a game-breaking bug and will be announcing the version soon. So that means tanks will be released in the following days.
Well, sounds very good for y'all. Can you tell me which brigade you were in when you first joined?
Well, I got invited in RTR to be a battalion executive officer in the 21st Armored Brigade. And until I became chief, I was in the 21st Armored Brigade and never changed.
And then you stated you had previous HR experience in ETS, correct?
Correct.
So have you ever been a high rank in a different regiment besides ETS before you joined RTR?
Well, I was also an HR in RMP in August 2021.
Huh. Sounds quite interesting. So that is all the questions. So that concludes our interview. Thank you for your detailed answers today, Lava. And
Thank
yeah,
you for the interview.
yep. Have a good rest of your day.
Happy holidays, everybody.
Happy holiday.